On the east bank of the Willamette River, and distant enough from downtown Portland to avoid the bustle of the city, Charbonneau is a unique community. Named for Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau, the son of Sacagawea, the green rolling hills on the banks of the river have attracted many over the years. Those of us lucky enough to live here call it home. Charbonneau Village sits on 477 acres that transitioned from a successful farm to a planned unit development under the direction of the development corporation known as Willamette Factors. As a stipulation of development, Clackamas County required the creation of green space throughout the acreage. The developer designed a golf course to satisfy that green requirement. As homes were built and sold, the golf course expanded. The Red 9 opened in 1973, and the Yellow 9 in 1974. With completion of the Green 9 in 1979, the green space requirement was met, and the 27-hole Charbonneau Golf Course meandered its way across 115 acres of the community. When development was nearing completion in the mid-1980s, as the savings and loan industry underwent major changes, the developer sought to sell the golf course. Charbonneau residents had the first right of refusal to purchase this important community asset. A plan developed in 1986 by Charbonneau Country Club was to sell one golf course share for $2,200 to each residential unit in Charbonneau. The plan allowed each share to be paid for over a period of 20 years. An additional fee of $20 per month per household would fund course maintenance. But a lawsuit was filed by a small group of homeowners. The court held that Charbonneau's covenants, conditions, and restrictions, as written at that time, could not require residents to purchase a share in the course, despite the benefits to real estate values that positively impacted everyone. The developer then explored the sale of the golf course to outside investors. Reports indicate that more than a dozen qualified parties, including foreign investors, were interested in owning Charbonneau Golf Course. Not wanting to lose ownership of their course, the men's club members led an effort to fund the purchase. Charbonneau Golf Club Incorporated was formed, and shares were offered to Charbonneau residents at $5,000 each. Nearly 550 shares were sold in the initial offerings. With these funds, the 27-hole course, including the driving range, was purchased by pioneering homeowners who understood its value to the community. Charbonneau Golf Club Incorporated became the sole custodian of not only the golf course, but the required green space it represents. In addition, the golf club held the contracts from the state of Oregon for the use of water for irrigation. During the first 10 years, golf course revenue paid for operating expenses and some capital reinvestment. However, no reserve funds were accumulated during this time. In the 1990s, local participation in golf declined at a rate of about 5% per year. The downward trend continued after the year 2000, as many of the original shareholders aged or moved away. The result is more than 10 years of consistent operating losses. The very difficult economy has intensified the situation and led to a decline in golf rounds nationally, with 12.3% fewer rounds played in 2010 than in 2009. And although the number of golfers stayed steady at 26 million over the past 20 years, 3,500 new courses have been built, meaning most courses are now under increasing competitive pressure as supply exceeds demand. Today, less than 20% of Charbonneau residents are active golfers, and the number of rounds played is declining steadily. Revenue, including memberships, green fees, range fees, and cart fees, are needed to preserve the community's centerpiece. Moreover, neither the golf club nor Charbonneau Country Club has the ability to assess shareholders or residents to maintain Charbonneau's green space requirement, that is, the 27-hole golf course. Golf club leadership studied what could be done to offset these trends. To counter the drop in play on the course was offered to the public on a red carpet, Charbonneau, where the public is always welcome. And the course was aggressively marketed through the Portland Golf Show. While these measures helped increase the percentage of public play, the overall volume continued to decline, as the economic recession and member attrition continued. Underscoring the fact that golf was caught in a severe economic slowdown, golf course management continued to cut expenses and deferred many critical maintenance needs, as had been done for the past decade. In addition, Charbonneau's large restaurant closed this past year, the victim of a foreclosure of the building, further affecting play on the course. The result is that the golf course has over $1 million of deferred basic maintenance and needed upgrades, and each year that amount will increase without an infusion of funds. Lacking a significant change in the economy or a dramatic increase in golfing volume, the golf course will have extreme difficulty catching up with this threatening backlog in the next 3 to 4 years. Surprisingly, if the course were maintained only as green space or parks with no revenue from golf course play, an amount between $5,000 and $7,000 per acre per year would be required to help keep it maintained, an amount equal to at least $500 per year per household. Continuing to operate our golf course is vital to protect the quality of our golf course, the green space it provides, and everyone's home values. No longer can only the few residents who play golf take full responsibility for the protection of our community's prime asset. We must now ask for help from our whole community. Until we make changes that more closely align the legal and organizational structures of Charbonneau Country Club, the homeowners associations, and Charbonneau Golf Club, we need to invite our friends and neighbors to voluntarily join in filling the growing financial gap. The Together We Can Do It campaign will bring this information to every family in Charbonneau, asking you to subscribe to help meet a critical financial need. We're asking each household to subscribe in an amount equal to the cost of a subscription to the Oregonian, $240 per year, which is only $20 a month. That's it, $20 per month. Be part of restoring health to our golf course. Ensure that our centerpiece remains beautiful and viable. Help keep it attractive to both residents and non-residents. Learn more by reviewing our website or contact a campaign volunteer for further information. Please, join your many friends and neighbors in this worthy effort and help prove that, together, we can do it.